Assalamu alaikum. Hello and warm welcome to all of you. Dear students, today I am here with the explanation of some extra question from economic chapter number 3, poverty as a challenge. Question number 1. What do you mean by poverty? Answer. Poverty is a situation in which person is unable to get basic necessities, that is food, clothes and shelter for his or her sustenance. Poverty is a situation in which person is unable to get basic necessities, that is food, clothes and shelter for his or her sustenance. It is called poverty. Question number 2. State the dimension of poverty. Answer. Poverty has various dimensions. Number 1, poverty means hunger and lack of shelter. Number 2, poverty is a situation in which parents are not able to send their children to school. Number 3, it is a situation where sick people cannot afford treatment. Means we can say that lack of access to health facilities. Number 4, it means lack of safe drinking water and sanitation facilities. Poor people cannot afford safe drinking water, and even there is a lack of sanitation facilities for the poor. Number 5, it means lack of regular job at minimum decent level. It is a situation where there is absence of regular job. Even they are getting job regularly, but they are doing job with minimal wages, nominal wages, minimum. So we can say that lack of regular job at minimum decent level. These we can call also as indicator of poverty. Two types of indicator of poverty are there: common indicator and social indicator. In common indicator, we can include level of income and level of consumption. In social indicator, we can include high level of illiteracy, lack of ration due to the malnutrition, lack of access to healthcare and sanitation facilities, and lack of access to safe drinking water. These are the social indicators of poverty. Question number 3. Describe the main causes of poverty in India. Friends, there are a number of causes responsible for the widespread poverty in India. I would like to mention some of these. Number 1, low level of economic development under British rule in India. Britishers ruled over India for many years. At the time of British rule, there was a low level of economic development exists in India. And most important thing, Britishers, they were here for the development of their own nation and for the development of their nation they exploited human resources as well as natural resources of our country. Whatever the human resources and natural resources they use for the purpose of the development of their own country. So we can say that Britishers were here not for the development of our country, they were ruling over here for the development of their own country. So low level of economic development under British rule, it is the main cause of poverty in India. Number 2, decline of Indian handicraft industry which led to unemployment, poverty and misery, which were responsible for the low rate of income growth. The process of industrialization began in England, and due to the industrialization, there was a revolution in manufacturing of product. After industrialization, industries starting to use machines, and with the help of machines, they are able to produce the product in large quantity, and these machine made tools are cheaper in comparison to handmade items. So Britishers were ruling over our country, so they imported industrial product in Indian market for their own benefit. They declined the Indian handicraft industry. In those days, in India, large number of people, they were engaged in handicraft industry. But because of the British policy to decline Indian handicraft industry, number of people, they become unemployed. And due to the unemployment, they face the challenge of poverty and misery because of low rate of income growth. So, decline of Indian handicraft industry at the time of British rule, it is also the important reason of poverty in India. Point number 3, social factor like caste system, religious faith and belief also kept certain section of people in society in poverty. We had discussed social exclusion and vulnerability of people. Due to this, some section of the society, they remain poor. Especially SC/ST people, widow, handicapped people, they come into the category. So caste system, religious faith and belief, these social factors are also responsible for the causes, for the reason of poverty in our country. Indian people are social bound, tradition bound people. So the poor people, they have to spend lot of money in the social factor such as marriages, some religious function at home. So we can say that social factor are also responsible for poverty in India. Number 4, high growth rate of population in our country. In our country, high growth rate of population exists. So because of high growth rate of population, one side we are trying our best to provide employment opportunity, education facilities, health facilities to some number of people, but every year there is a huge increase in the total population of our country. So because of it, we can say that sufficient facilities are not available for all people in our country. So high growth rate of population is also one reason. Number 5, huge income inequalities due to unequal distribution of land and other resources. In our country, there is unequal distribution of land and other resources. So due to this, rich people, they become more and more rich because they have enough resources of income. On the other hand, due to the lack of income resources, the poor people, they become more and more poor. India is agrarian country. Large number of population of our country dependent on agriculture. %90 of land resources of our country in the hand of only 5 to 10% population of our country. On the other hand, only 10% land resources is available for 90% of population of our country. So one side, less number of people are there and large number of resources are there. On the other hand, large number of population is there, but there is a shortage of resources. So due to this unequal distribution of land and other resources, we can observe huge income inequalities in our country. So huge income inequality is also the important reason of poverty in our country. With this, I would like to conclude my today's lecture. Thank you very much for your cooperation. Allah Hafiz.